Hello, we're back, and today we are going to look at the first way to draw a game. Not every game has a winner, and this way to draw is called Stalemate. Even some non-chess players, like you, might have heard of this word, because it's used in all situations, and a lot of situations where it just looks like it's going to be a draw. For example, like in a football game, say it's 1-1, it's the 90th minute, and no one scored for a really long time. That's kind of a stalemate, isn't it? So a stalemate in chess is where the person whose turn it is can't make any moves that don't put him or her into check. Like this position. It's black's turn, and any black move would put the black king into check by the white queen. So this, I know it doesn't seem fair that white's up a queen, but white should have been more careful. This is a draw by stalemate. Okay, new position, and in these, I'm going to give you a few more examples, then eventually I'm going to challenge you to find the stalemate, a trick, trying to trick your opponent who's winning into a stalemate. But after a few examples, this is only the first and the most simple example of stalemate. Another stalemate. Black's king can't take his own bishop, can't go here or here because of the white king, and the bishop can't move anywhere because then the white rook would be checking the black king. Okay, another example. Stalemate! The white king can't go here, here, or here because of the black king. Can't go here or here because of the black pawn. And can't go here or here or here because of the black rook. Okay, now I'm challenging you to find the trick for stalemate. Okay, sorry. I left this on showing you the move. So I'm going to show you another position. But at least I can still show you this position. It should be a draw, even if white doesn't play the best move. It's just equal. White can make an immediate draw by playing this. If black takes it, stalemate. If black doesn't take it, then you can do something like check. And then black can't block the rook, obviously, because you would take the rook and then you would even win with king or rook checkmate. And then if the king moves, you take the pawn, and this is clearly a draw. Okay, black is completely losing he's down a queen for a knight, but you've always got to try something. Remember, your opponent is a human. So pause the videos. How can black try to trick a human opponent who is going to eventually make a mistake, possibly mess this up? So you said knight here, you're exactly right. White might go, ooh, free knight. Now the win is even easier. But, stalemate. Okay, good job. I mean, white's still winning. White doesn't have to take the knight, but at least it's a try, right? Okay, new position. This one is a very fun stalemate. And black is winning because if you get your pawn to the end of the board, you can turn it into any other piece. We'll get more onto that in a later video. And also, you want to trade pieces when you're ahead, swap, because then your opponent will have less pieces. Let me give you an example in real life. Say you're in a tug of war and it's 7 against 6. And then 2 people leave for each team. Then it's 5 against 4. 3 people leave for each team. It's 2 against 1. And then 1 person leaves for each team. 1 against 0 is definitely a win. Right? Yeah. So you want to swap pieces when you're ahead, because then your opponent will have no pieces and you'll have some pieces, and it will be easy to win the game. So the trap for stalemate begins with queen here. Check. Now, if black just ducks the king out of here, then black's going to win the game. There's nothing white can do about it. Or if the king goes here, then queen check, king has to go back, and we're in exactly the same position. And I'm going to be introducing a lot of ideas in this video, not really covering them. I'll do a whole video on each of them. And if the king keeps going there, and so then if you have exactly the same position 3 times, then it's a draw. So black's not going to keep going there and again, because black's winning. So queen check. As I said, this wins for black. This wins for black if, after this, black realizes that this wins. But after check, the only other move is this check, which you might like, because you're getting the queens off the board. So if white accepts, then this is going to happen. Black's going to get something called the opposition, where if the kings are an odd number of squares away in a straight line, like this one, then you don't want it to be your move. I mean, black's still winning, even if it's black's turn in this position, because black's got 2 pawns coming down here. But if it was 1 pawn, it might be a draw, if it was black's turn. But it's white's turn, and black's easily winning. Just get it again, go there, move this down, and you're going to get both pawns to the end of the board. They're going to turn into queens, and it's going to be easy. So that's not what we want to do. So check. After here, the drawing idea is king here. If you take the queen, then it's stalemate. And black doesn't really have anything else to do, because if the queen moves anywhere else, it's check from the white queen, so you can't do that. If the king moves here, then we give it a little check. You don't want to go here, because then you're going to lose the queen. So black has to go back, and then you just play queen to f2 again. And if black goes there, then again you lose the queen. So it's a draw. If white plays perfectly after queen g3. Okay. New position. Okay. It's white's turn. Remember, I said, if you get a pawn to the end, then you can turn it into any piece. Bishop, rook, knight, or queen. Usually you choose a queen because that's the best piece. White is winning here. But if you choose a queen to promote, then you're not winning. Because black has the amazing move, rook check. If you move your king, then obviously you're actually going to lose the game, because king and rook against king can checkmate by force. And if you take the rook, then it's stalemate. Black's king can't go. That king can't go here or here because of the king. Can't go here because of the queen. Okay, so how does white win? I'll show you how. White promotes to rook. Unbelievable. If black tries the same trick, then rook takes is not stalemate because rooks do not go diagonal. King has to go there, and then it's checkmate. So the best move is rook here, because notice white was threatening rook here, checkmate. So rook there, and then king here. You can't stop both threats. The rook is threatening. This rook is threatening to come here with checkmate, and the king is threatening to take the rook. You can't stop both. Okay. I think I'll stop the video, although I really want to do more examples, but unfortunately I can't. Oh no, yeah, I think I'll do more. Okay, sorry. I'll do more. Okay, new position. White's in check. White could just play a simple move like running away, which should win. After all, white is up a rook and 2 pawns. And white's also got checkmate threats like queen here in the future. But white, again, was trading when he's ahead. Usually it's a good idea, but not this time. This queen pins the knight. The knight can't move, otherwise it's check. The king can't move. The pawn is stuck. And I forgot a piece in this position. But it doesn't matter, because that just makes the stalemate simpler, which it should be, because you're not that advanced yet. So the drawing move is queen check. If you move the king, you lose the rook. And my guess is that white is actually winning with 2 extra pawns. But if white takes the queen, it's stalemate. Remember, the king can't move, knights can't move, and the pawn can't move. Okay, new position.
Comes the waterfall. We really...
Oh, sorry. I forgot to pause the video. Okay, now you're getting a bit of a behind the scenes look, but your view is stopped now. Sorry. Okay. Black has just moved this bishop from d7 to here. And it looks like white is just blundering checkmate. Queen to g2. The king can't take the queen because the bishop can't block because there's no squares in the way. Can't take the queen. Can't move here because the queen will be checking him if the queen was here. And you can't take any of your own pieces. Looks like white just blundered. But, and look, this is the start of a stalemate. Look, the king can't move. The rook can't move. The pawn 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 can't move. The knight can't move because the rook would be checking him. All we have that can move is the rook, the queen, and the bishop. So we start with a simple move. Rook takes rook. King takes. Getting rid of one of them. This is an idea called the waterfall. Getting rid of all of your active pieces until you can't move. Okay. And then queen check. If the king moves over, or anywhere, then you take the queen and you win the game. If the queen takes your queen, look at this magical stalemate. The bishop can't move because the queen would be checking the king. The knight can't move because the rook would be checking the king. And the pawns are blocked, the rook can't move, the king can't move because of the bishop. And you might think, oh, Benny, this pawn has now been freed up. This bishop on b6 is keeping an eye, pinning that to the king. Okay. I think that's might be the last example I show you. Maybe not. I think I'll do one more example. No, I won't. I'll finish it on this because this has been a very advanced video for you guys. If your minds have been blown, don't worry. Just ignore everything I said in this video right now because you're beginners at the moment. And then watch it again once you think you're ready for it, once you think you're advanced enough. If my videos are that good, if they can get you that good, then watch it again. And yeah, it will be useful one day.